Hi there, YouTube fans. This is Shropshire Hoof yet again. As I concluded from part one of this journey, I've just walked from Asda Living onto the motorway where I started my YouTube video. I'm now continuing upwards this pathway that leads from Lawley towards Overdale, which is where I grew up. We will try and look at the house that I was my family home. So, how you doing? This should be fun. Yeah, as I said in my previous video, I've not been down here since 2007. A couple of years, well, some years. I was there briefly for one day for my dad's funeral, God rest his soul, and then before that, I left in about 2001, 2002, just before my GCSEs. So yes, we are continuing up along here now, just to make my fans and subscribers aware. All this was field as far as the eye could see. That was a horse field. I actually remember going in there looking for conkers on one occasion. And as we continue along here, you've got Newdale School, which my nephew Curtis Turner went to, and also my niece, and my twin nephews Jack and Sam Turner. They both went to it. Now we're continuing along here, where we cross the Big Rock Road, and we're going to head into one place I never thought I'd see myself going to again, and that's into Overdale. Now, all that as well, that was all field as well. This used to be one route that went all the way up. You couldn't actually go through there. So I will try and get the pictures. I will try and find pictures showing you. If you can find it, or if someone can lend me some pictures, right? We're just going to cross this road now. We're going along here. Yeah, to your left is the Newdale School, and then beyond that, when you see, will be the long rock road, which leads from Ketley, or the old Shropshire Star building in Ketley, from there, and it continues all the way up to just before the old park roundabout, which is a large one. So yeah, continuing along here, I show you briefly. There's nobody out, thank God, but that is Newdale School. So yes, we're continuing along here now. To give you some history, when I was a kid growing up, I spent many of my childhood summer days down these parts on my mountain bike, getting up to mischief, looking for tadpoles to fill my granddad's fishing pool up, and then getting told off by him. Always a fun. So yes, we're continuing along here. I mean, coming back here so many years later, it does fill me with upsetness. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm crying. I wouldn't say that, but I do feel quite emotional coming along these parts. As it's been so many years, I just hope I don't bump into any people that I don't particularly want to see. But we'll see. We'll carry on. How you doing? So yes, as we continue along here, these are all new builds. They weren't here when I was younger. I keep saying I'm younger for future reference. I was born in 1986. I'm now 39 as of today. I will be 40 this year. So yes, when I say back when I was younger, we're talking 90s, between 1990 to about 2001, 2003. I was down these parts. I then moved to Wellington. I moved in with my mom, and then I moved in with my wife, as you can see from previous videos. So yes, we're just cutting through here now, where we're going to cross this road And I still can't believe, after all these years, I'm actually going back to a place I despised and tried to get away from so many years previously. So join me as we enter what can only be described as Overdale, my past. So, I mean, I've lost so many family members that used to live down here. Well, three main family members. My nan, Sheila, and my granddad, Billy William Hoof, and also my father, Keith William Hoof, who incidentally was a taxi driver. So yeah, we're continuing along here now. Previous video, I said we would go near, and this is the Ferns. Now, I don't sure, but I think that Horsefield is where my brother-in-law goes, but I can't be sure. But we'll continue along here just to. No, I don't think it is. No, it's all right. My brother-in-law and my sister has a field up here of a horse, and I'm not entirely sure where it is. But yeah, we're continuing along here now. The Ferns there on that side, because I spent most of my days as a child down there as well. I spent most of my mischievous years building bases up here and watching it being set alight and then laughing. So what you did as a kid, you laugh at everything. It's only nowadays that you suddenly realise I shouldn't have laughed at that. But yeah, the strangest thing that I've just worked out is that as I'm walking down these parts, this area, these fences here, I remember that when I was younger, I couldn't actually see over them, which is quite weird. But yeah, continuing along here, that's where we used to go and be naughty and make tree houses and fall down, etc., and climb trees and then fall out of them again. Now, I am going to take you briefly down the Little Rock. Now, the bottom of this Little Rock Road, at the bottom of it, is the house that I grew up in. Now, we're going to have a little look, but only for a few seconds. Still bad memories in that place. But I'll show you it. So, we're continuing in along here. Now, this house has been here ever since I can bloody remember, and ever since I remember, this house was the same as the way it is. Now, that's the route we're actually walking up in a minute. We're going to have a quick look down here, and up there, this little area is happily named the Little Rock. That's what I've always known it as. So yeah, we're gonna walk down here for a little bit. If I go silent, don't worry. I'm completely fine. I'm just gonna have a quick look. Now, bearing in mind, as I keep saying, it has been absolute years since I've been down these parts. I'm starting to feel quite emotional now, so I'm gonna stop talking now, and I'll keep it recording, but I won't talk again for say another minute. I'll give you a minute to take everything in. So yeah, just as we come down here, as you can see in the background, the row of houses, that was my road. So if you give me one more minute, and I will come back to you in a minute. I'll keep it rolling so you can see. So, right. Speak to you in a minute. Oh boy. Actually, cancel that. You're going to need to know where I used to live. So, I'll talk quite quietly. So we're getting to this road now. My dad used to come down here at full pelt, straight into that house. Right now, if you look at that house right there, with the driveway, next to the house with the white door, with the white car, that was the house that I lived in many years. 27 Oak Road, Overdale. That's where me and my dad lived for many years. I feel quite nostalgic. Right, that's enough of that, I think. Right, now we're continuing back up here. Oh, that's just got to me. Oh, I'm sorry. Right, we're continuing along here now, where we then cut across. Oh, sorry to my fans out there, but I'm starting to feel quite emotional now. It's been since 2007 since the last time I saw that house. We're now in 2026, so I feel, I don't know what the emotion is really. Maybe teary-eyed, seeing the last time I saw that place, it had a funeral car outside of it, my dad. But, oh well, up and up. New life now with my wife Claire. Oh, she'll be on one of the YouTube's videos at some point as well. You may hear her, but I promise that she won't be on it. So you may hear her, but we won't be showing her. Right, so as I said, we're continuing along this path here, and gonna hang a left up here. We're gonna cut through now. The name of this path, I have no idea. Never ever known it. All I remember is we cut through here to get through to Telford Town Centre. Well, to get through to Sainsbury's Retail Park. Let's just say that. And then from that on to Telford Town Centre. I tell you what, YouTube fans, I am definitely going to need a coffee after this. Right, so here we are now, going across here. Now, we come across here like this. This park actually, I remember it being built when I was a young kid. They had all the barriers around it, and me and my friends decided it'd be really funny to break into it. We didn't actually do any damage, we just broke into it kind of. The swings weren't on there, so we were just arsing around basically. And as I said, I wasn't causing damage or anything like that. It was just a new thing, wasn't it? So it's like, oh, fences, get under the fences and see what's going on. So yes, we continue along this road, will eventually lead us to Telford Town, Telford Retail Park. So yeah, we're that area just over there. That is what the estate, maybe the Rock. I've never actually known really. I mean, I grew up around here for the first 16 years of my life, and some of the places I don't actually know the names are, but I always knew it as the Rock. So over there, around there, and on the opposite side of there, we always knew it was the Rock. So we're continuing along here now. There used to be a really nice oak tree up there that we used to have a rope swing on. So yes, we're going along here now. There's two routes we can go. Now, me personally, I'm going to take a different route if I remember where it is. You cut through the estate on beyond, and it brings you out to a little area, little route, brings you out to the back of the retail park. So yeah, that little gate there leads up to an area at the top that we used to call the oak tree. I mean, it was just a big patch of waste ground, well, big patch of country ground, or what you call like grassy area or swampy area, that had a massive oak tree up there. And for the life of me, I never knew to this day how people got up into the bushes, or up into the tree, attached the rope, made a rope swing, and then the idea would be go as high as you could, because it used to dip down on an incline, go as high as you could without falling off, because if you fell off, you'd jump the fence and you'd hurt yourself. Big style hurt yourself. You'd be dropping about 10 feet. 10, well, yeah, about 10, 11 feet. So, yes, we're just going to cut across here now, if I remember correctly. I'm sure I do. I'm sure I'll be able to find our route in. So yes, we're continuing. You know what? I don't particularly want to get us lost. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the usual route. I'll go up to the top of here, and I'm going to turn left. Right, we'll do that instead. It'd be a lot safer for us. Right, so let's continue now. As I said, this is part 2. Part 1 was me walking from the motorway bridge up through what we used to call Newdale Dingle, across the medieval bridge, and then into Newdale Pool. We're now going up along here to the main road that leads from the old park roundabout, and you basically come straight down. Now, it is quite cold out here today, and I am absolutely roasting. I've got my thermal underneath, and it is absolutely roasting inside. Well, actually, it's got a bit of air inside it. So right, yeah, we're now coming up to this little junction where we've got to turn left. Now, Portobello Close there, that house at the end, my cousin used to live there now, so I give a big shout out to Jonathan Hoof if he's out there, David and Megan Hoof if they can hear me as well, or if they see any of the videos, big shout out to them. And we're going to turn left here, and we're going to continue our journey towards Sainsbury's Retail Park. Now, I'll be uploading these tonight. I never edit because I don't actually know how to. So if there's any YouTubers out there that watch my videos, helping edit my videos would be greatly appreciated. But don't worry if you can't. And any YouTubers out there that would like compilations, if you want to come out with me for a walk, by all means, just drop us a message. You can also find me on Facebook as well. It's Mark Hoof. It's a picture of me and my wife together at the registry office. So if you want to get in touch, then by all means, have a look on there. My sole website that I post to is only YouTube for the videos, so there won't be any of them coming onto Facebook at all. So yeah, I tend to use that for social networking and finding friends, sort of thing. Trying to chat to some of those like-minded individuals like yourselves out there. I do plan some future videos as well, as I mentioned previously in previous videos. I got a friend called Gary. He's going to take me for a look around Ironbridge, Cobledale, around that area for some research, and we can have a look at how it's changed from the early Industrial Revolution to modern day. It's closely untouched. I hope untouched. I mean, I know the last thing I heard was the National Trust are trying to buy a lot of the stuff there to keep it historic. As we're continuing along this road now, another change has just jumped out at me. This all used to be waste ground as well, but it's been rejuvenated into a housing estate, which, if I'm honest, it looks okay. I mean, the brickwork looks nice, the colours look nice, almost reminds me of the Harry Potter style of house. If you remember from seeing Harry Potter Philosopher's Stone, or for my American friends, the Sorcerer's Stone, Harry Potter lived at Privet Drive, and they're roughly the same sort of house design, if I remember correctly. I think I'm so used to I'm expecting Hedwig to fly down now, looking at it. Looks almost identical. Anyway, enough of reminiscing about Harry Potter movies. I'm sure I'll be able to do a review on some of the movies one of the days in the house. That'll be another one. I mean, my YouTube channel is mainly me walking around, talking rubbish and fact about this beautiful county of Shropshire we have. In future videos as well, maybe Shropshire Hoof may take an excursion off to Manchester. Maybe future videos may include a bit further distance. Me and my wife do plan some days out we may go to Barmouth in the coming, well, as soon as the summer starts to hit, because at the moment it's in the UK quite cold. I would use an expletive, but let's keep it clean. So yes, we're just coming up to the Housing Plus group, which is owned by, I presume, Telford Region Council, but don't quote me on that. Behind that is a very quite common high school, secondary school called Thomas Telford. I myself did try and get into that, but I wasn't brave enough. So anyone out there that did get in and new year sixes that do try, well, that are trying to get in there, I wish you all the luck in trying to get into there. Anyone watching away from Shropshire, just to make you aware, Thomas Telford is probably one of the nicest and poshest schools in Telford at the moment. I mean, I myself went to Phoenix, which does have a previous bad reputation until it was moved to the top of the mount in Dorley. It's now become Phoenix Academy. Personally, I've not been there. Probably some of the teachers are still there. I might see if I can do an interview with them, maybe if I can soon, or maybe soon. If not, no skin off my nose really. So yeah, we're continuing along this road here. Now, as I mentioned before, this was all waste ground. Now, I remember seeing it when I was a kid. I didn't particularly like it, to be honest. I think it was an eyesore. But now they've rejuvenated it all. And Cindy Lou Way, the houses, they do look quite nice, you know. I mean, there's a quick little inside. So anyone planning to move up this way, I'd probably recommend it. Yeah, I mean, the area is quite quiet. You've got a busy main road, but overall it does generally feel quite nice. And a nice Lotus has just drove past. That's always a plus side. So yeah, I'll be finishing this video as soon as we get up to this little mini roundabout. Now, I will say thanks for all those that watch. Please subscribe if you enjoy this content. The content will be getting better, I do promise you that. It's just because of starting my YouTube channel in the winter, it has been quite hard for me to actually put out videos. And then also we had Christmas as well, so yeah, I am probably from this month, I'm going to try and post as many videos as I can. Me and my wife do have some upcoming plans as well, so I'll try and sweeten her up a bit and see if I can do a YouTube video as well. Maybe 10-15 minutes worth of videos, well, per video, if you let me. I don't think she'll let me do any longer ones. We are planning a trip to Manchester as well, like I said. So we'll see if we can meet up with a couple of fellow YouTubers down there and show you. And then we'll have to call the video something like Shropshire Youth in Manchester or something like that. But as I said, that's for future reference. I might show you a bit of the home life as well. So maybe do my own interpretation of PlayStation 4 reviews. Might do some movie reviews as well. Something that you can potentially watch on your way to doing some of these journeys, or coming around to these local areas and having a look around. I mean, as of most places, we do have migrant hotels, but they are getting rid of them slowly, as long as that Starmer gets lost. So yeah, now we're at the back of SCS and a few of the other shops. Smith Toys is in the background. I'll admit, being a Monopoly fan, that's where I've bought a lot of Monopolies from. And then behind that is the Forge Retail Park. Myself being a kind of a shopaholic, you can find some bargains up there. If any of my YouTube fans out there do like model building, I do recommend Hobbycraft in general, Hobbycraft, but up here So yes, we're going to walk down this little pathway now, and then I'm going to end the video, and then I'll upload it at some point tonight, not a problem. And then I'll have to work out where my bloody wife is, because she's coming up here the easy way. She's getting the bus on the way up, and she's probably going to kill me for saying that. So love you, Claire. Right, I am now walking down this. So as you can see, SDS in the background. Very nice furniture shop. Right, now I'm off down here. Oh, just as a bit of curiosity for you guys. My wife does plan to do a YouTube channel at some point. I don't think it'll be a walking one like me, because she's saying that's not her thing. But she might do a shopping one or something like that. Right. I'm going to end this video now, so thank you all for watching. Please think about subscribing and liking the video, and if you can think of any future content that you'd like me to film, then by all means send me messages either Facebook or via the comments. Right, thank you all for watching.